Hennessy's that,
while poor Solomon's outside waiting for us.
Poor Solomon. So we get into the lift. We go to the airport, and this all could have been avoided if Jason listens to me, but Jason does not want to listen to me. So this motherfucker, for some reason, could not check in. Some shit with like his card and however he booked it, which happened when we left New York. So
I got that shit where it's like when you're Amex, not.
Oh, you fancy, huh? My little TD Visa works just fine. They be like swipe.
So I guess I used my Amex card, and they want a validation that the person is present when at check-in with the card. So even though it was purchased already, they was just like, you can't check in remotely unless the card is present when you get to the gate. Yeah. So I'm thinking shit's all good and dandy. Get there, they're like, nope, go see a fucking person at the counter.
Now, pause. So before that, so first we get to the gate. We get to the TSA line, and the guy's like, oh, you can't come through with that. You got to go check in first. So we go upstairs to check in. We go to the kiosk. The kiosk tells this motherfucker to go speak to an agent. So we walk down to the line area. I'm about to get online. The woman's like, oh, it's not this section. It's the next one. I'm like, all right, cool. Got you. We go down to the other side. Why does this motherfucker keep walking all the way past the line to the other kiosk to try to check in again? I'm like, that's not going to work. You already tried that. It did not work the first time. But this motherfucker at this point has had 7 shots of tequila, 20,000 mimosas. And I was like, I'm not going to sit here and argue with the brick wall.
Malcolm was frustrated.
So now I'm pissed. I was pissed. So over it.
You can see his face.
So
like, he's over me.
We fucking... It takes you however long to do whatever you do. We still have to get back online. We get online. We talk to the guy at the desk. He's like, oh, you can't get on that flight anymore because...
Was it a girl?
No, it was a guy.
Was it?
But he was like, oh, you can't get on that flight anymore because we pushed back from the gate 10 minutes before. At this point, I think the flight was at 6:43. It is like 6...
It was 6:24 or something like that.
The flight?
Yeah, we still had 20...
Whatever it was.
We had 20,
like 10 or 15 minutes. Yeah. I was like, no, sir. We are getting on this flight.
Right.
Like, print his shit out. I am running through because there was no line at TSA because first of all, it's DC, which is like such a small airport. It's like it's not even a hub. So I was like, print his shit. We will go through, and he's like, no, we're gonna push back. Blah blah blah. So at this point, I lean to Jason, which was a bad idea, and I'm like, we're getting on this flight. I am running through the airport, like I am hauling ass. I turn around. This nigga is strolling like he's on 5th Avenue shopping, at fucking Bergdorf Goodman. I'm like, what are you doing?
I was twisted.
Twisted. Then he pissed me off because you left your bag on the side in the middle of the airport in Washington, D.C. of all the airports. I'm like,
I don't remember any of this.
I know you don't because you were so fucking drunk. And I'm like, see something, say something. I was like, if you leave this bag for more than 2.5 seconds, these niggas are calling the cops and you're going to jail. And I'm going back to LaGuardia. Like, I'm going back to JFK with no questions asked. So I don't want to blame my friend. However, if my friend would have hightailed it like I told him to, we surely could have made that flight because we got to the gate. The door was closed. In the words of Nene Leakes, the door is closed. Door was closing, and they were just pushing back. I was like, I don't remember. Not even if you would have just listened and went straight to the kiosk or straight to the man at the desk.
I'm not taking a shower.
Even the shower didn't push us back. If you just went to the desk and not went to the kiosk twice, we would have made that fucking flight. I was so mad. Y'all, I was fuming.
Get your strap.
Then we had to fucking, transfer, like, go talk to the person at the desk, get on another flight, take a little shuttle bus across the thing.
Oh, I remember the shuttle bus.
So much shit for no reason. I was so mad. Only to get back to New York. We landed in New York at like 10 o'clock.
It was usually, the next flight was 40 minutes later.
It was, and we barely made that. But again.
We made it.
But we made it. Only to get back to New York, and there be so much fucking traffic leaving JFK on a Sunday night.
It was hot as fucking New York City that day.
It was hot.
I sobered up.
It took me like an hour and a half to get home from JFK. I was like, y'all, what the fuck?
No, it was terrible in New York City. I don't know what the fuck was going on. It was like New Jack City.
Yeah.
Spike Lee hot outside.
It was a lot.
It was Do the Right Thing hot. That's what
absolutely.
I wanted to say.
It was rub, ice on Rosie Perez titties hot.
It was hot.
That kind of
spicy
heat.
hot, like spicy.
Yeah. But all in all, even with that terrible ass last, hour and 20 minutes of our trip.
Thank you.
I still had a great time.
It was fun.
Still had a great time. but a big fuck you forever.
Let me tell you
for you making us miss our flight.
Let me tell you something, guys. When you go somewhere, make sure you go and you know where the fuck you going. Because let me tell you something. I was at brunch, and they was like, "You going to see the Mario?" I was like, "I've been there already. I went there in like 2002." And my dumb ass, let me tell you,
embarrassing the whole family.
I didn't mean to embarrass you. This is my negligence.
This monument was built in 2012.
My negligence. I've been to DC before, and I don't know where the camera's at, but I used to go to all these monuments, and I didn't give a I cared about seeing them, but I didn't care about like developing the pictures.
Yeah, but you didn't see like a 700-foot black man. Like that's impressive.
2002, I wasn't thinking about that. Well,
it didn't exist.
It didn't exist, but it was very telling.
But he was definitely at the table. Like I saw MLK in 2002, and the whole table was like, no, you didn't, because that shit is all of 5 years old.
And then I was like, I also went to the Baltimore Museum. And it was like, there's a museum in Baltimore. Now it got me thinking, like, is there a Baltimore Museum?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
But there's a wax museum somewhere. It got to be Philly or it got to be Baltimore.
Oh, maybe Philly.
I think it's Philly.
Like a Madame Tussauds?
I don't want to say.
Like a wax museum?
Oh, it's not a wax museum, but it's kind of like it is a black. Hold on. Carry on.
Okay, I don't really have much else to say, but all in all, DC, I love you dearly. DC is a city that I've loved since, honestly, I was like 11 years old, and I'm like, how do you love cities at 11 years old? But there's just always been this constant connection to DC for me. So love it. Great trip. If you've never been to DC, I highly suggest you go. Shout out to DC tourism. This is me giving y'all all the press y'all need in the world. But do you really need it? No, you're the nation's capital.
All right, so the Black Wax Museum is in Philadelphia. That is my next field trip. So if anybody cares to join, that is where my black ass will be going. Hold on, there's a great Black Wax Museum in Baltimore.
Great black, excuse me.
Oh wow, so there's a
so where's the greatest Black Wax Museum at then?
All right, so the Great Black Wax Museum is in Baltimore, okay? And there's an African American museum in Philadelphia, which is probably the one that I went. But see, black people, they run the names together through. Hold on, which is which? Let me see. Because there's one that has like this. I don't want to be gruesome, but it's like the slave ship sounds of like the water whooshing and like the chains.
Okay. Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. So. Either way, I'm going to see both.
Yeah, I feel you. But all in all, great trip. Great weekend. Shout out to you. Shout out to Monica. Shout out to every person that I smiled at and acknowledged and spoke to. And everybody that treated us well in DC. Because people were really good to us. People were very nice people.
They were very nice. And while we were gone, I hear you guys were making several rhythms of this Boot Up. We thought Boot Up was going to be...
Oh, let her go.
We thought it was going to be the regular song of the summer. And apparently everybody...
It is July 9th, and I'm already over it.
And everybody hopped
We have just got to July, and I'm like, canceled. Let it go.
You motherfuckers turned it into a rhythm. A full-on rhythm.
Over it. And Fab got a remix, and Boosie got a remix, and Kaya got a remix, and fucking the Spice Girls got a remix. I'm like, I don't want these fucking remixes of the song.
And now we got the viralness of... Drake's Shiggy Dance, which I don't. Which one do you think is going to be a song of the summer? Because now it's a dance attached.
I want
to
go
song.
with. I think I like it. Still a song of summer for me, but I think it's
like it
by Cardi B. But I think it's a very New York summer song. Like it reminds me of like Dykeman.
Damn.
Like it's very Dykeman to me, or like very Uptown. But I don't know if that's. I mean, it was number one last week, but Drake stole that spot. Drake did that to Cardi twice. He's real. Maybe Drake don't like Cardi. Because when Cardi's album dropped, some shit went number one off the album. Oh, was it? I don't know. Whatever it was.
Oh, Drake dropped new music. What do you think about? You didn't listen to it, right?
I haven't listened to it when you played it for me, but
because I was up at 8 o'clock in the morning listening to that.
Yeah,
shit.
You sure were. I was like, well, I'll be up at 10. Let me know when you loop it again from the top. But yeah, I mean, what I've heard, I liked. Like, Drake's music, I never seek out because I know I'm going to hear all of that shit at fucking Lime Arena and, Taj and all the other fucking places I hate going.
I could sum it up into context of, since we talked about the beef a little bit, we're going to get out of here. For what I understand, it seems like Drake had recorded his album and had plans on diverging all the information that you guys need to know about his life, which also is I don't give a fuck factor because you know what? Some of y'all be hiding your girlfriends and y'all be hiding your wives, so I really don't give a fuck.
Hide your kids and hide your wives.
I just think the presentation in which Pusha put it out was like, you're hiding a kid. Everybody was like, oh, that sounds class. It sounded good. Like
it just sounds like, it sounds messy.
Yeah, very messy. So
it's good and messy. You're like, oh, you're hiding a baby.
Yeah.
Who hiding babies out here?
But really, there's a lot of people that you like, oh, you had a kid and you don't even know.
Yeah.
So from what I understand, that Kanye played some of the music for Pusha, which Pusha went back and so Kanye is the blame.
I heard about that.
So the feud is not necessarily with. I think Kanye is real messy, and I think Jay hopped on the album to state his allegiance to who he's really with right now. Or
I feel like Jay is with Beyonce.
How about that?
That's
meme?
his allegiance.
How about that meme?
With the fucking helmet on.
Y'all doing my Uncle dirty.
Yo, leave
here.
Uncle Jay alone, all right? Uncle Sean he's going through a lot right now. You know, he's trying to protect himself. He don't be jumping off of, boats and shit. He tried to tell y'all, like, I'm not about this nature shit. Like, I'm from Marcy. I do sprinklers. I don't do the ocean.
I'm very basic. This has been a great podcast. It was very fun and
Yeah.
telling.
You know what? I feel like, and I never say stuff like this, I feel like this podcast is very self-serving. Like, I feel like I enjoy this, and I'm like, I'm going to enjoy listening to this like 20 years from now.
No, for real.
Hopefully y'all enjoyed it, but it was really just like an archive for
And I
me.
think we've been teasing that we're going to take Fully Loaded on the road, and this is finally, happened.
I guess that's on the road.
No, but next time we're going to take it on the road. Like, we're going to have to record, like, yo, guess what? We just got back. We twisted.
Yeah, no, that's what we don't need.
Yo,
The days of me being drunk are over on this show. All right, give me 2 weeks. Summer's here.
what you got for us?
What I got for y'all? Subscribe to the show. Make sure you hit us on all of the platforms: iTunes, SoundCloud, TuneIn, Spreaker, Mixcloud, Google Play, and iHeartRadio. You can follow Focus at Focus_JRJ. You can follow me at _HeyMalcolm. You can tweet along with the show, always using the hashtag Fully Loaded Podcast or the refined version FLP, whatever you like for your pleasure. That's this week's episode. I feel like there was something I had to tell y'all, but I don't remember. I'm trying to think. I feel like there's something I was supposed to bring up. I don't remember. Anyway,
we've been outside a lot, so if you see us, make sure you treat us the DC way. Say hello, send us a drink.
No. First of all,
we'll reciprocate that love.
Shout out to Eva and Keena, who on the last episode, but I think Keena tweeted, or she retweeted, like, if you see me outside, that's not me outside. And on that note, we'll talking to.
I'm getting caged and you gotta feel me. Feel like the system trying to kill me. Got arrested and the charges have won. For popping with the stay woke. Rush the fair. We still prevail through the hell. Yeah. Can you believe it? We're still on. Though it's the time for us to know. We still make